Palpak na naman ako sa audio, guys. Well, welcome to another episode of Flight Sim, guys. This is my first, time back. I guess in a week and a half. I was actually on vacation. It was the first time I flew a plane again. For a year and a half, and it was a pretty crazy experience. So, sobrang na-miss ko, guys. Well, anyway, I just wanted to do a quick, flight, for tonight. For tonight, we are going to be flying, from Manila International Airport to Cebu. Sorry, not Cebu. Saan ba ako ngayon? Pati yung destination ko, di ko na alam. We are going to be flying to Iloilo. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a short flight. Total flight time would be around 50 minutes. And as with most of my my streams, I've configured the aircraft na to be ready for push and start. So I don't think there are any ATC available in Manila at this point in time. And pardon me on this flight dahil I haven't really been spending enough time as much as I want to, at least on X-Plane. What do you call this? I've been spending a lot of time on DCS World. And the mechanics of flying obviously a military aircraft and a civilian aircraft are vastly different. Octan Bertie like the stream. John and Amorias also like the stream. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. And thank you for joining me on this flight. Okay, so let's go through our flight plan for today. Let me just walk you through very quickly what we're going to be doing. So for this flight, we are going to be flying from Manila International Airport. You can see it here on my charts. We are going to be departing from runway 06, and we are going to be using the Verde 2 Romeo departure. So let's just go through yung Verde 2 Romeo departure. So let's use the sectional para mas madali. Okay. So here, we're going to be departing from runway 06, which is this runway over here. We are going to be hitting, a maximum or a constraint here at 260 knots, which, shouldn't be a problem because we're going to be below 10,000 feet. And, obviously that will be, 250 knots maximum, right? We are to hit Gonan and a maximum 260 knots until the turn is completed. And then we can hit, Klena and Tabla at flight level 134. And at or above flight level 134, and then to Verde, and then onwards to our destination. So wala naman ako nakikitang other constraints here, so I can actually go and set my cruise altitude here at 31,000 feet. All right, so we're going to be doing that. Manila QNH is currently 1009. So set natin yan. Okay na. And that should be it. Dali lang siya. Okay. So at this point, I need to do my checklist na with my patented shortened checklist because, as you know, tamad ako. Okay, I miss a lot of things, but at the same time, I think it's very efficient, and I don't think a lot of people appreciate obviously the pre-flight. I like it. I mean, there's a lot of streamers whom I follow na sobrang ganda ng pre-flight presentation nila, but I am not one of those dudes. I cannot, talk about I guess like the nuances of yung mga preparations, in an A321, which is the aircraft that we're using for today. We're just going to simplify things, okay? So let's just, check a couple of things here just to be sure. ADRs kanina pa, nilagay ko na siya sa nav, and all of them are aligned at this point. Exterior lights, as required, I've, set up, my nav lights and my wing lights. The rest will come on at a later time. Mamaya na, pag nagta-taxi na tayo, or if we're getting ready to, I guess like take off na. Batteries 1 and 2 are both on. Fuel pumps naka-on na rin siya, so we could just turn on our APU in a bit. Engine 1 and 2 fire tests have been performed earlier, and APU master switch should come on. We can actually do that now. Okay, so APU master switch. Wait a couple of seconds, and then we can start our APU. I don't need to obtain IFR clearance. We're just going to be doing traffic advisories at this point. So we're going to turn this on. FMGS initialization, let's just take a quick look at that just to make sure that we've got everything down pat. So data first, AC status. We are using an A321. We are using like a Cebu Pacific livery. We are using the CFM 56-5 Bravo 3 engine. Current IRAC cycle that is active on my navigation equipment would be IRAC cycle 2104. Secondary database would be IRAC cycle 1802. Okay, so initialization page natin. We are going to be departing from Ninoy Aquino International Airport, which is RPLL, and we are going to be heading towards Iloilo, which is RPVI. I did not set an alternate route at this point because again, tamad. We are going to be cruising at an altitude of flight level 310. Okay, so that's good. And then we are going to be looking at our flight plan at this point. Here, everything has been set up. We are going to be using or are going to attempt to land using an ILS approach on RPVI ILS 20. So yun yung runway na gagamitin natin mamaya. Okay, so what else do I need to figure out here? I also need to figure out yung secondary init pages ko, which is here. Actually, let's look at secondary flight plan now. Kinopy ko lang naman yung active, or I can copy the active, which is good. Save that. Init page, secondary. Our zero fuel weight is 72 tons. Our zero fuel weight center of gravity is 28.3%. Our takeoff weight would be 79.5 tons, and our block fuel would be 7.7 tons. So that should be plenty fuel to get us to our destination. So yun, ito yung mga kailangan natin tignan dito. In page, I need to look at the RadNav, just make sure that this is set, and it is. And I would also need to look at my performance or takeoff performance data. So we are looking at V1 of 156, VR of 156, V2 of 158, transition altitude of 11,000, and our flaps for this takeoff procedure would be 1, and our flex 2 temperature would be 43. Okay, so okay na siya, guys. So let's look at now our I guess like taxi procedures. So let's bring up our airport chart for Manila. We are currently parked at Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3. Oral doors are closed. Nakaset up na rin yung aircraft for the most part. So sorry, I forgot to turn on my APU. Oh, actually, na-turn on siya. I could turn on my bleed na at this point. Alright, so we are parked at this bay right here, which is Bay 110. We are going to be most likely, and let's just look at our chart here. We are going to be taxiing towards runway 06. So runway 06 would be here. We are going to be taxiing most likely I would like Gulf 14, and then we're going to be taxiing towards here at this point right here. After Gulf 14, we are going to be navigating Delta, the Delta taxiway, and then we are going to be navigating Charlie, and then we are going to be holding at Hotel 2. Okay, so yun yung gusto kong mangyari. So okay na, settled na yun. We can now proceed with our push and start. Okay, so sounds good. Let me bring up my checklist here para wala akong makalimutan dahil medyo matagal na natin hindi ginagawa to. Proceeding with the other parts of my cockpit preparation checklist. Glare shield and integral lighting have been set to my preference, which you can see here. Medyo gagabihin tayo on this flight. I think I set this up at like 4:30 p.m. sim time. And then ano pa ba? Flight directors are on. Speed macon window are dashed. So tama naman yan. Altitude window would be at our initial climb altitude. We don't have an initial climb altitude. We are going to proceed directly to our cruise altitude, which is 31,000 feet, or flight level 310. We are going to be adjusting our standby ISI. Okay na siya, ginawa ko na siya. Artificial horizon check, and then I've already performed my takeoff briefing with you guys. So okay na. Right, for startup, external power we need to disconnect na at this point because we already have our APU. We can turn this off. And may flicker ng konti. Normal ba yun? Hindi ko alam. And then we don't need to obtain IFR clearance. We don't need to obtain pushback clearance, so we can simply do our pushback right now. Alright, so let's do our now let's pre-plan our pushback. I want to be facing this direction for this taxi. Alright. And that should be good. I think that would be good.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu
make sure
when you
my
are
thrust
ready.
levers are at idle because hindi ko na ginagamit tong joystick na to. And hopefully calibrated siya. And then okay, let's do our pushback now. So let's turn on our beacon lights. The tug. Put our pushback.
Ground to cockpit.
I hope I remember this correctly. Colorado has liked the stream. Maraming salamat, and to all the other people who have liked the stream. Thank you so much. What's up, Captain? It's good to be back. Sabi ni Clayton Nehar. Oo, sir. Sarap mag-swimming sa Bohol. Nadaanan ko yung daan bantayan kanina. Papunta. Hindi, actually. Hindi pa uwi. Sakay na. Si Anibanya sabi, Aid Magnayas also in the stream. Welcome, welcome. Maraming salamat po. Okay, so we are waiting for this tug to connect. Let's just do that. and I will talk to you guys in the air.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, so we're just waiting for the tug to connect. Karen Dariwal has liked the stream. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you and enjoy your flight.
So, I think this guy's connecting. I'm not sure. The animation is not working. May nakalimutan na naman ba ako kagad before we even took off? I am... Oh, shit. That's why. Parking brakes. Alright, Nada Kumar has also liked the stream. Maraming salamat. There we go. Okay, medyo rusty tayo. Hindi maganda pangitain to. Okay. Let's wait for that dude to connect. I can do IGN start na on my engines here. And wait for the tug to give us clearance to start our engines. Middle traffic, Cebu 616 is pushing back from stand 110 for taxiway
connected and bypass
Golf 14,
inserted.
Delta, Charlie, and will depart from runway 06, Manila. Alright, so I think we're good. Parking brake release.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so starting engine master switch 2. And I want to monitor that. Okay, so it's spooling up right there. Just want to check that out as well. And then we're going to turn on engine master switch 1. There we go. Okay, so we see the engine spooling up here. Okay, that one's good. This one's spooling up as well. For those of you just joined us, we are Cebu Pacific 616. We are an Airbus A321 service from Manila International Airport to Iloilo. Okay, so let me do my after startup checklist in a bit. After I'm positioned by the tug. Beacons on. Alright. So far so good. Minor mistakes. That's all I could ever ask for. Alrighty. So we're being pushed back into taxiway November. I'm gonna taxi to Golf 14 and then to Delta and then to Charlie. Right. So we're in position, I believe. My rudders are messed up. I was away for a week. So still being pushed back here.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Setting parking brakes. And the tug will
Connecting
disconnect.
tow. Stand by.
At this point, I can also do my flaps configuration or takeoff configuration, which is flaps 1. So there is the flaps, or there are the flaps extending. All right, and while we wait for the tug to disconnect, let's do that as well. Clear to disconnect. What's up, Cap? Sabi ni Aid Magnayan, not much, man. Just chilling. Just got home. Sana Captain, next swimming mo sa Bantayan
Tow is
Island na. Oo
disconnected and
ba?
bypass
Sure,
bin
sure.
has been
Babalik ako dun.
removed.
Sarap
Cancel
sa
going
Central
left.
Visayas.
We'll see you next time and have fun up
Sanboy
there.
Santos, I see he has started with the keyboard Budol. Yes, indeed, sir. I did. I like this. For those of you who are wondering, I'm using a Keychron K2, which is one of the best keyboards I've ever owned. Which isn't saying much because I never really owned any good keyboards in the past. Lars Hansen has liked the stream. Thank you so much, Lars.
Thank you.
Hope
and
you're doing
enjoy
well.
your flight.
All right, the hand signal has been received. We are now going to proceed with our taxi. All right. So let's go and do that right now. And for now, I'm going to do my flight control surfaces test. Para sigurado. Sigurado, dude. Flight control surfaces. Ailerons full right. Ailerons full left. Elevators full up. Elevators full down. Neutral on both. Rudders right. Rudders left. Neutral. Both are working. So we're good there. After engine startup checklist, I need to turn off the bleed. I need to turn off the APU master switch. And I can now engage my spoilers, which I've done there. Ecam page, I need to check that. Auto brake need to be maxed out. Alright. Takeoff configuration test, let's perform that para wala tayong iniisip. And everything is normal. Cabin check na lang natitira. Okay, sounds good, diba? Stig, diba? Alright, so punta na tayo sa ano tayo? Taxi na tayo. Nagawa natin dito. Turning off parking brakes. We can taxi now. Alright, so we're moving. We're rolling. Okay, so let's just make sure we're headed towards the right direction. We are going to be exiting on the next taxiway. Nababagalan kayo? I made the mistake of doing taxi too fast in the past, and let's just say the brakes overheated, and that wasn't very fun. All right, 14 knots, just okay as far as ground speed go. You can see Terminal 2 there. I see aircraft coming towards my direction, but I think he's far enough for him not to be a threat to my taxi plans. Alright, so exiting via G14 or Golf 14. And then we are just gonna taxi Delta. And I'm going to turn left on Charlie. Sorry, turn right on Charlie. Okay. So far, so good. Wala pang sumasabog. Wala pa nangangamoy. Just all I could ever ask for. I'll talk to you guys in the air. It's going to be a short flight. It's going to be a total of 50 minutes, I believe. Terminal 2 is right there. I'm a little bit too fast on this taxi. Here left. Here right. Okay, so this taxiway Charlie, we're turning right here. Well, I'll say this, a lot more relaxed to fly, commercial airliners. I've been spending too much time on DCS, nakaka-stress siya. Alright, guys. So I'm taxiing on Charlie now. My holding point would be Golf 4. No, sorry, Hotel 2. See? Pati Manila International Airport na home airport ko dapat. Di ko nakabisado, dudes. The fuck? Okay, dire-diretso na lang to. Eh, may nakalimutan tayo, taxi lights. Sabi na nga ba eh. Alright, guys. So, still taxiing here. Errol Domingo has liked the stream. Thank you so much, Errol.
Thank you and enjoy your flight.
How is your night? Hope it's going well so far. Again, guys, I'm a newbie streamer. Been streaming for 3.5 months so far. I would appreciate it if you could share, like, follow, enjoy the stream. You enjoy kalokohan lang, medyo fluff lang yan. I don't care if you guys enjoy my stream. I share na lang. Alright, so we are approaching our holding point at the end of this taxiway. This taxiway is actually under construction. Kanina nakita ko. This section of the taxiway. Alright, dudes, so we're taxiing. Do I have my tax lights on? Yes. Hindi rin tayo pantay. Hindi magandang pangitain yan. Okay. So here we are. So taxiing. Hello, Tharun Kumara Parthi. How are you doing, man? Brian Untalan has also liked the stream. Maraming salamat, Brian. Sama ka sa Iloilo. Alright, guys. Knots. Okay, let's look at some scenery here. So we're still taxiing on Charlie. We've passed Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 2, which is to our 5 o'clock currently. I'll be taking off shortly. I'll be talking to you guys a little bit more actively once well in the air. Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 1 is here. To my 1 o'clock. There's a speed bird over there for some reason. I see aircraft approaching as well. Runway 06. We'll need to give way to that dude. Is he on Unicom? Maybe he is. And maybe I'm the one who's not on Unicom. Let's check. Any channel? Cebu 616 radio check. Thank you. Okay, so we're the idiots. We're the ones who weren't paying attention. Where are you from? I'm from the Philippines, man.
Can you confirm there's no tower online at this time?
Hey, firm, there's no tower online.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so we are approaching taxiway, Hotel 2. There's a aircraft that just landed. Cabin crew, takeoff stations. Okay, so no ECAM memo na. We're good to go. Approaching the end of taxiway Charlie here. We are going to be lining up via Hotel 2. There is another aircraft approaching. I'm not sure if he is... has he radioed in? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so we're going to hold short here. There is approaching aircraft for runway 06, so we're going to have to let him land first. Manila traffic, Cebu 616 is holding short of Hotel 2 for runway 06, Manila. So let's wait for this dude to land.
Either someone had an open mic or their mic was muted. Second mic. Traffic.
I think he's trying to communicate to us. I do see him there, so he's there. I see you, bro. He's going to be landing on 06. This is the But he looks like a
Manila
star.
traffic spot next to Airbus DDR4 spot 116. Pushing back on November facing north, reporting 13 for departure, Manila.
Manila traffic 1662. At November, will taxi holding point 06 via November Golf 14.
The fuck is this guy doing, man? I think he's paused. Oh, there we go. He's moving now. So let's just wait for him. Manila traffic, Cebu 616, holding short for runway 06, giving way to the arriving aircraft. Manila. Alright, so let's wait for this dude.
Manila traffic. Good evening, Philippine 169. How do you read? Good evening, 5. Thank you, Philippine 169.
So there's a Philippine Airlines aircraft landing. Floated a little bit, but you can do it. All right, great landing, sir. Great job. Fine. Manila traffic, Cebu 616 lining up on 06, Manila. Right, so pwede tayo mag-line up. Starting chrono. Landing lights on. Traffic collision and avoidance. We need to set that to Terra. Right, I need to review my perf data here because karaniwan nagkakamali tayo dyan. And it's still active.
Traffic advisory is out upon 66 to changing taxi directions. We'll cross 31 by Papa Juliet Hotel Golf Juliet.
Middle traffic station who just landed, are you clear of runway 06?
We'll be in a second. I'll report when vacated.
Roger. 616.
And a Philippine 1 Foxtrot Yankee, we vacated runway 06.
Okay, we're good to go. Can take off now. Command flex for 3 SRS runway, auto thrust blue. Manila traffic, Cebu 616, it's rolling on 06, Manila.
Traffic advisory southbound 6. Continue taxi holding point 06 via Golf Juliet Charlie Hotel 2 Hotel.
100 knots. V1 and rotating. Positive rate of climb, gears up. Autopilot engaged. Lever climb. All right, start climbing. Manila traffic, Cebu 616 is airborne, passing 2,000 feet, navigating the Verde 2 Romeo departure, Manila. Okay, so we're accelerating here. See Bonifacio Global City over there. I believe yan yung American Cemetery. To my 5 o'clock. See the rest of Metro Manila over there as well. Pretty nice ortho for Manila. Gotta give it to the guy who made this. Okay, so accelerating, accelerating, accelerating. Ground spoilers can be disarmed. Strobe lights. My strobe lights are off. That is not good. I missed that. Okay. Shoot down. Ground spoilers can be disarmed at this point. Okay. Flap 0. Speed checks.
Traffic Sputnik 10, Airbus A321 pushback B116 on November facing north, taxiing runway 13.
Accelerating to 250 knots here.
Holding short 13 Manila.
And our next waypoint is Gonan. You remember we have a constraint of 260 knots here, but since we are below 10,000 feet, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, sounds good, guys. A little foggy. Yeeks. Ang ginawa ko. Ayan. Okay, next waypoint is Gonan at 8 nautical miles. Currently at 1250 knots, passing 4,500 feet. Alright, sounds good. And the hard part, I believe, should be done. Welcome to Flight Sim.
Hello, traffic Sputnik 2. Romeo 122.
For those of you just joined, we are
company traffic is cleared on the
Cebu Pacific 616 for Iloilo. We are using an Airbus A321 for this service. I'm a newbie flight streamer. I have been streaming for approximately 3.5 months, and it has been a great journey. I usually play X-Plane and what else do I play? DCS. I also play a bunch of other games, typically simulation games. I'm very happy that you guys have joined me today or tonight. Thank you so much. Pa-shoutout po monthly, sabi ni Red Quijano. Nako, shoutout kay Mr. Red Quijano. Isa ring streamer na isa sa mga pinakasikat na streamer sa Pilipinas. When do you take off? I just took off, bro. Sabi ni Tarun Kumara Parthi. We just took off, brother. Took off from Manila. Okay, so we're now navigating Gonan, approaching Gonan here. Increase my ND range to around 80 nautical miles. Okay, so we're still navigating the Verde to Romeo departure here. 250 knots, passing 7,800 feet.
Crossing runway 31.
Relaxing, man. I've missed flying commercial flights. Right, so let me just take a look at my stuff here. Our top of climb would be after Simar, so we're not going to be staying at our cruise altitude for long because after taper we are going to be descending. So our top of descent is after taper. All right, so pretty cool. I'm okay with that. Again, this flight is going to be only 15 minutes. So far, so good. I haven't messed anything up. We're approaching 10,000 feet here. And because we passed 10,000 feet, I can turn off my landing lights and I can turn off my seatbelt signs. At 11,000 feet, I will be using standard barometric pressure. Strong Chi crew has liked the stream. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much for liking the stream.
Thank you and enjoy your flight.
Approaching Klena, 9 miles away. Seong Chi Ku has also liked the stream. Lots of Asians in my stream today. One Asia. Be all Asians. Right, okay, so we're past 10,000 feet. You can see the aircraft accelerating. We are, looks like we're going to be cruising at around 305 knots, I believe, which is pretty cool. I like that. 11,000 feet, and we should be, no, actually 13,000 feet if I remember correctly. Alright, so let's look at our aircraft here. We're using an A321, using the Cebu Pacific livery. This is the tallest A321, which I feel is still the best, A321 for X-Plane. I haven't flown it in a while, but it's fun, man. The last time I think I flew the A321, we almost ate dirt in Bacolod. Pero hindi na mangyari ngayon yan. Dahil nagdasal ako. Okay, standard barrel. We're good to go. Jackpreet Singh has liked the stream. Thank you so much for liking the stream, man. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're having a great night so far. So we just flew above cloud cover here. It's a beautiful day above the clouds, but I wish I could see the terrain below. Unfortunately, this is what you guys get for this flight. Alright. So approaching Tabla, which is our next waypoint. Tabla in about, it's like 17 nautical miles, right? Passing through flight level 130 for flight level 310. We're climbing at a rate of 2,600 feet per minute. We are, climbing at 300 knots. Right, so here's the aircraft. Oh, what is that? That's pretty cool. Orbit. AI perspective on. What is that? That's not my plane. Robbie Gibson has liked the stream. Thank you so much for liking the stream, Robbie. Hope you're doing well. Dude, this is not my plane. Jesus. Can I go back? AI perspective. There we go. Panic there. I'm using a plugin called X Camera. And I think may mga features siya that I'm not really familiar with. But here we are. Again, if you just joined us, we are Cebu Pacific 616. We are bound for Iloilo from Manila. The total flight time would be around 50 minutes, I believe. This should be good. So we could see our top of climb right there after Simar. Is that my top of climb or is that my top of descent? Let's check. Yeah, it's my top of climb. Then after taper, we should be seeing our top of descent. So let's expand a little bit to 160 nautical miles here. Yeah, after taper will be our top of descent. Alright, dudes. So let me give you a quick position check right now. So currently we are, and let me just change my view here on Navigraph. We are currently approaching Tagaytay. To our 9 o'clock, you should see the Taal volcano, which is, I believe, showing some volcanic activity lately. Puputok na yata to. And that's going to be very unfortunate for the tourism industry there. But I don't think I can see it from this altitude. Sorry, I can see it, but there's cloud cover. Pretty thick cloud cover at that. So the Taal Lake is to our 9 o'clock. And we are going to be passing the towns of Agoncillo, Lemery, Batangas, San Luis, and we're going to be overflying Mabini as well on our way to navigate these waypoints. RD Raranga has sent some stars. Thank you so much, RD Raranga. Si RD Raranga ay na-promote sa company namin bilang Head of Engineering, kaya marami siyang pera ngayon. Maraming salamat, RD, and I hope you could give more stars in the future. 19 stars. Hindi mo pa 20, dude. What the hell? Balita ko, laki raw na increase mo eh. Head of Engineering in a startup. Makes a lot of money, man. Diyan lang po sa tabi, sabi ni RD Raranga. Alright, so we should be approaching our top of climb after Simar over there. And we are currently passing through 20,000 feet, or flight level 200. Right, beautiful day for flying. It's just that the cloud cover is pretty thick. I actually flew Cebu Pacific then on my way to Bohol. So for those of you guys who are not aware, and why would you be aware? I'm not a celebrity or anything. I actually took a vacation in Bohol for the past week and a half. 1 week, I believe. And I flew for the first time in a year, I believe. And we took Cebu Pacific. Man, partaking in the miracle of flight feels so good. Again, man, sobra. These are the things that we take for granted and complain about pre-pandemic days. Sorry, Facebook won't allow me to send you my last 5 stars, said Lars Hansen. I'm hearing problems, I'm not hearing solutions. Load 10 more, send 15 stars, load 15 more, send 20 stars. Why are engineers like this, guys? I keep on hearing problems from you guys when I need solutions. Jesus. Okay. So we're gonna be doing our, I guess descent briefing as well as our arrival briefing, as we draw closer to our top of descent, which I would say would be, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so, or something like that. I'm an engineer, not a financial advisor, said Lars Hansen. And there's a reason for that. Because you are not successful at managing your stars. How would you end up with 5 stars? Who are you simping for? Did you send stars to Pokemon? Pokemon. What's the girl's name? Pokimane. Or yung naglalaro ng Mobile Legends na babae na merong crotch cam. Search nyo yun, guys. Cristel Miliado. Won't regret it. Crotch cam. I should actually do that. I should do a crotch cam for all y'alls. Alright, so approaching Verde. Verde is 60 nautical miles away. Let me zoom back. No, actually, let's keep 80 nautical miles here. And Parvyas Banu has liked the stream. Thank you so much, Parvyas. Thank you and enjoy the flight. Alrighty. So, let's do cabin walk here. Maybe if you showed more cleavage, said Lars Hansen. Malapit na. RD, see, this is it, man. This is the beauty of, streaming. So look at the engineers on my comment section. RD can now send Lars 15 stars. So Lars would effectively have 20 stars. Then send it over to me, man. Hirap kumita ng pera, alam nyo ba? Alright, so approaching Verde now. Verde in 10 nautical miles. Then Simar, then we're going to be reaching our top of climb. We are currently at flight level 240, passing through flight level 240. We are going to be preparing in a bit, for our arrival. Bilis lang tayo dito, guys. It's a 50-minute flight. So let me just check my maps here. Just to be sure. So we're now approaching the area of Puerto Galera, which is in the Calapan Oriental Mindoro area. If I scroll down here, or zoom out a little bit right here, you should see some clouds. But trust me, Puerto Galera is there, okay? So we're going to be overflying Abaco and Calapan in a bit. Okay? So here's some shit visuals because I have nothing else to say to you guys. Oh, bakit ako nakaganyan? Why am I in this page? Why are my speed brakes on and stuff? Oh, because flight control surface needs to be auto. Okay. Perfect. It's been a while. Okay, so we're approaching our top of climb after Simar, after, what you see here. We are overflying San Teodoro in Oriental Mindoro. We are approaching Calapan after we overfly Simar. So that's where Calapan Oriental Mindoro is. Alright. So we can see the aircraft here. Accelerating in this beautiful day. Not realizing that I can't land for shit. So you guys are in for a surprise in a bit. Alright guys, so here we are. So we also have a bunch of people watching on YouTube. Hello. I don't really monitor comments on YouTube or Twitch. I also see Twitch, people joining the stream today. Thank you so much for tonight. I never could get Twitch. I heard you guys are into a lot of funky stuff. I heard you guys are into hot tubs. ASMR. There we go. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Somebody sent some stars, I believe. Who sent those stars? Where's this in English, bro? Said Cameron Williams. So we are flying in the Philippines, Cameron. We are headed to Iloilo, which is one of our provinces. Lars Hansen has sent 40 stars. Thank you so much, Lars Hansen. Times could be tough, but you chose to spend your money on a video game creator. I love that. William Alina is like the stream. Thank you so much. Jace, the Stars UI look like I designed it. Yeah, the Stars UI isn't bad, but you should see the financial models of the star. Or the financial model of stars. So, with stars, I get to keep, I believe, 1% of the stars you send me. So that is the equivalent of probably like, I don't know, 25 US cents. Better than nothing, man. Thank you. It's all about the gesture. It's not about the value. Right, so we've been in the air for 18 minutes. We are approaching our top of climb. And we are going to be, as we approach taper, which is our next waypoint, we should be preparing for our descent. There is no Metars data available for RPVI, which is Iloilo, so I will be using Cebu, which is close enough. I'll do that in a bit. So here we are. David C. has liked the stream. Thank you so much. We are approaching Victoria, and we are going to be exiting the Calapan Oriental Mindoro landmass in a bit. And we are going to be hitting our arrival. Let me do my constraints here, which I totally forgot. I should always have my constraints available to me. Alright, so we are approaching our cruise altitude here of 31,000 feet. I should reach that as this symbology overflies this symbology, which is the top of climb indicator. Okay, so let me do my descent prep. Alright guys, here we go. That's our cruise altitude right there, approaching. Finally see contrails on our aircraft. I'm glad that this has been modeled on X-Plane, which is very good. Change of music here. Okay, so let me do my arrival briefing with you guys. So we are going to be using the Barba 2 arrival. So it's not a geo-fenced map. I will show this to you guys in a bit. Check me now, let me show it to you. So this is the arrival chart that we're going to be using. So we are going to be using the Whiskey 3 airway. Once we reach Barba, we should be at 9,000 feet. Around here, we need to be at the 6,000 feet. Before we hit the Iloilo VOR. But we are going to be circling back around because we are going to be using ILS 20 or ILS 20. That is an ILS approach, and we need to maneuver. That's what SimBrief gave me. So, yeah, I mean, it's a longer route, but at the same time, that should be okay because I don't have any practice whatsoever. Let me see. System. Sorry, totally forgot about this. I would also now be preparing my arrival stuff. Okay, so let's do this. Next phase is approach. And I don't have Iloilo weather with me, so I'm going to be using RPVM, which is Cebu. QNH1009. Ground temperature would be 30.1 Celsius. I'm happy to have contributed 2 pesos towards your next Family Mart chicken meal. Thank you so much, Lars. I appreciate that. That will definitely come in handy. Winds, 30. What am I doing? Winds natin would be 100 at 3. Yikes. I'm not used to this anymore. Decision altitude natin, we need to look at our chart. So let's do that right now. Clear that error message right there. So you're going to be using ILS 20. This is us circling around the VOR. For this chart, we are referencing, or for this approach, we'll be referencing chart 11-1. Which is for ILS runway 20 for Iloilo, Philippines. We are using this approach, and we need to be at 3,000 feet. DME 11.6 DME, I would say. But I'm gonna aim for 2,000 to capture that glide slope. I believe. I think that's the proper way to do that. Our minimum decision altitude would be 700 feet. The airport elevation is 153 feet. Runway elevation is the same. So I'm going to be putting 700 here in my minimum decision altitude. Alright. We are going to be landing at flaps full. our VAP speed would be 150. So in case we need to do a missed approach or go around for whatever reason, the approach procedure would be climb ahead to 2,000 feet, then left climbing turn, and hold at the Iloilo VOR or as instructed by ATC. So I just need to keep note of that. I'm gonna set 2,000 feet as my, my go around altitude. All right, that sounds good, man. Sounds pretty good. Okay, so what are we gonna be doing now is I'm gonna be preparing for top of descent. I'm gonna do managed descent to 2,000 feet. As you can see here, in about 16 nautical miles, we are gonna be starting our descent. All right. So landing elevation, I've got that. Weather and landing information, I've got that as well. Arrival page has been configured. Approach page has been configured, and I have done my approach briefing with you guys. So we all good, man. We all good. We're just waiting for the descent. Okay. So here we are. Next waypoint would be taper at 24 nautical miles, and then we are going to be approaching our top of descent right here. We are going to be using an ILS approach as mentioned, and everything has been set, I believe. Let's do one final check here. Yeah, we should be good. Transition altitude will be flight level 130. Yep, we're all good. Look, let's look at our airport chart as well. So we're going to be landing on runway 20, which is right here. I don't see any notes here. So I could use auto brake medium on this because we need to turn around anyway. I doubt we're going to be able to exit on Echo 2 because of how horrible I land. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be using auto brakes medium and hopefully just like control a rollout from there. All right, man. Sounds good. Short and sweet flight. Oh, it's a pretty nifty view. I like that. It's another orbit cinematic view of our aircraft, which is the Oculus A321. Some stutter there because I'm not Michael Bay. I should set this up properly. And guys, currently we're approaching the Santa Maria Ferrol area. We're going to be overflying San Jose and then Malay. We're going to be approaching our arrival, our star. And then we're going to be circling back for that ILS approach. Okay, so 40 nautical miles away till our descent right there. I see some weather up ahead, but that shouldn't be a factor. I don't think so, at least. Okay. Thanks so much for those of you who just joined in. We are multi-streaming. We are broadcasting on YouTube. We are broadcasting on Twitch. We are also broadcasting on Facebook. Maraming salamat po sa pagdalo dito sa stream natin for tonight. I've been on vacation for way too long, and I'm doing a short and sweet flight for you guys today. It's Manila to Iloilo for those of you who just joined in. If you're interested to see the progress of the flight, you can look at the upper portion of the screen, and you can see a progress bar there. As the white bar depletes, we should be near our destination. So I think we're about like 60% done with this journey, and we are approaching our top of the descent. Okay, so here we are. For some reason, I am more anxious landing commercial aircraft because comfort factors in. Passenger comfort now factors in. It's a totally different thing from, I don't know, recovering an F-18 on a carrier on DCS. With those kinds of aircraft, it really doesn't matter. as long as you take the airframe back and it's you know, relatively in one piece, you should be good. Alright guys, we have 11 concurrent viewers across multiple streams. Thank you so much for your support so far. Alright. So currently, because you don't see any terrain, we are near the Ferrol area, in the Santa Fe area. In about 3 minutes, we should be overflying San Jose. We are approaching our top of, you know, descent here. Let me zoom in to 40 nautical miles here. Am I on Terra? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. So, 20 nautical miles, we should be descending. I'll be using managed descent to honor the constraints of our arrival. In fact, I need to check that. There we go. Pretty good. 20 miles before our descent. We've been in the air for 29 minutes. The beautiful Oculus A321 here. Passenger views on the wing row on Instagram. Nothing says I fly economy than a wing row view. Just kidding. Wala naman business class yata si Cebu Pacific. Okay. Ready to descend in a bit. Okay, so let's do 20 nautical miles here. Okay, about 15 nautical miles. No, sorry, 12 nautical miles. So we should be beginning our descent. Almost there. Yay, some terrain. Thank you, clouds, for making this a scenic flight. So that's the San Jose area, that island over there. A little change in music would be good. All right. We're still in the Manila FIR, I believe. 5 nautical miles. That reflection is whack. Look at the sun's reflection. It's so weird. Alright, so beginning our descent here. So manage descent here. It's indicated by the magenta altitude symbology over here. And we are beginning to descend. Manila traffic Cebu 616 is 55 nautical miles north of Barba. We are at top of descent, descending from flight level 310 to 2,000 feet. Manila traffic. Alright. So we are descending. You can see the aircraft descend at a rate of 1,000 feet per minute here. We are now descending through flight level 300. And that should give us a good, comfortable descent to our star. And, you know, ultimately to our approach. Thank you so much. We're almost there, guys. Nice aircraft. Zoom out again. Where are my lighting controls? I've forgotten how to... Oh, okay, here we go. We're full. Integration lighting. Let's lower this down a little bit. Para hindi naman tayo mukhang noobs. Look like noobs with all our lighting. Alright, we've been in flight for 33 minutes. I would say 20 more minutes and we should be at our destination. Whether or not that we are going to be arriving at our destination safely is another question. Totally separate discussion there. Okay, we're now descending through flight level 270, 27,000 feet. We are now descending at a rate of 2,600 feet per minute. We're still using managed descent. So the next constraint that will be met by the VNAV would be flight level 090 or 9,000 feet. And we're going to stay on that altitude until we're clear of that constraint. So in theory, this should be working. But with flight sim, who the hell knows? We've seen much stranger flights here. Let's use some DCS music here. A little bit more fitting for our attitude towards landing. Fast and violent. Alright guys, for those of you just joined us, we are Cebu Pacific 616. We are an Airbus A321 service from Manila to Iloilo. We're approaching Barba in about 35 nautical miles. And we are currently, as a position check, we are about to overfly Sebaste. And then Alegre in about 2 minutes. And then we are going to be beginning our arrival. Our star is actually going to start at Barba. Alright, so you can see it there. We're actually... SimBrief gave me a really weird route. So we're going to be overflying the Iloilo VOR. And then we are going to be circling around and then landing on ILS 20. Runway 20. 20. Alright guys. Still flying at 300 knots here. Descending at 2,000 feet per minute, which is a good rate, I would assume. Descending through flight level 220 here. For 9,000 feet, which is that waypoint over there. Okay, let's zoom in now to 20 nautical miles. We're near. Mamaya na. We need to see that. And I hope you like the scenic route that I've taken you guys on. I hope you saw cloud patterns that are at least interesting for you guys. Let me give you some cinematics here because I'm running out of shit to say to you guys. Right, we still have 11 viewers across YouTube, Twitch, a platform I don't get at all, and we are also streaming on Facebook, obviously. Okay. So we are 20 nautical miles away from the start of our star, our arrival. Barba is actually the start of this arrival procedure. So our arrival would be Barba 2. Then we are going to be landing on ILS runway 20. The transition is the Iloilo VOR. Okay, so we're almost there. If you're interested in the progress that we're making, you should look at the bar at the top of your screen. The white bar, if once it depletes, means that we have arrived. Descending through flight level 180 now, 18,000 feet. I don't see any speed constraints here, which is okay. Should be hitting our deceleration point at around this point, I believe, before our final, which is good. But we're going to have a speed change around here, 9,000, the Iloilo VOR. Okay. So aircraft, you can see that we're descending. Okay, Barba in 12 nautical miles. put my terrain in my navigation display here so that I'm aware of my surroundings. Crashing at the side of a mountain is not fun. Let's try not to do that. Flip on our fasten seatbelt signs at this point because we're about to hit our arrival. Okay, here we go. Let's now zoom in to 20 nautical miles. You can see this weird approach that the sim brief gave me. So we could actually see the airport from here, I believe. So we're now overflying Lambunaw and Cabatuan in a bit. Right now we are on San Agustin and Culiat. Those are the main cities that we're going to be overflying. And finally you can see some terrain. Okay, here we go. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Let me check one more thing here. Yep, QNH1009. Let's preset that. Let's preset. Continuing our descent. Okay, so we have an upcoming speed change here with this magenta dot as an indicator. We're going to be overflying the Iloilo VOR. We're going to circle back, and then we're going to be navigating the ILS 20 approach for Iloilo. Okay, so we're now descending 11,000 feet. Medyo maulap siya, dudes. Flip up our landing lights. Start our runway turn lights as well on taxi lights, so we don't have to worry about that later. Seatbelts. Or sir. I don't know what your pronoun is, but thank you for joining my stream. Okay. Okay, so we're breaking cloud cover here. But parang ang bilis nito aeroplane. Flying it like a fighter plane. Alright, so we're gonna circle back, and then now we're gonna do the final. Conveniently, our go-around altitude is also 2,000 feet, which is great. Love that. Love it. Okay, we're slowing down to 240 knots, at which point, around 230 knots, I can actually go flaps 1, but I'll do that later. Let's zoom out to 10 nautical miles. Airport should be directly below us at this point. But dude, it's fucking overcast, man. Okay. So yeah, here we go. I can see something. We finally broken cloud cover. The airport is right there. This is ILS runway 20. The approach dictates that we circle back around. We should be reaching our descent right here. initial approach fix right here at 2,000 feet, and I should be engaging my ILS. Let me flip that on around so I could have a reference. Alright, we're descending through 9,000 feet. I'll get you on the ground shortly. Let me turn off the music. Let me hit my busy scene right here. Okay, so this constraint is at or above 3,000 feet. Our deceleration point is right here. It's pretty cool. That works. Flaps 1. Okay. Flaps are extending. Okay, so we're going to bank right here and then circle back around to our final. Alrighty. So approaching this fix right here, 3,000 feet or above. We should be hitting that with no problem. Continuing to descend, we're descending through 6,500 feet. Here we are. We're in the vicinity of Iloilo already. Okay. Zoom out a little bit here. I need some visibility on my shit. Okay. We have some terrain. Should be clear of it though. Okay. So descending 3,000 feet at around this point after we hit our deceleration point. I hope I did this correctly. I hope so. Okay, let's prepare. Ground spoilers on. Auto brakes medium. Yikes, dangerously close to overspeeding here. Let me extend my speed brakes here. Visibility is pretty low, guys. Okay. Good now. Speed brakes armed. Ground spoilers armed. I'm sorry. Okay, deceleration point will be hit at this point. And we're decelerating. Manage speed. Check. Ground spoilers armed. Flaps 1. And we are TCA Side. Let's our capture in a bit. Still decelerating here. Iloilo traffic, Cebu 616 is on final for runway 20, Iloilo. Okay, decelerating, flaps 2 at this point. Approach mode active. 1,000 feet. Localizer will be has already been captured. It's pretty good. Born altitude has been set to 2,000 feet. Flaps 3. Runways in sight. Cabin crew landing stations. Approach mode active, so we should be capturing a glide slope here. We are
2,500.
8 nautical miles. Gears down. So we shed some speed a little bit. And flaps full. Turning off terrain. 1,400 feet. Okay, our flaps full.
2,000.
That QNH doesn't look accurate. Yeah, 1009 is accurate here. Let's do this. Five miles. Ecam no blue. We're good to go. Checked. Disengaging autopilot. 800 feet per minute. I have 2 whites and 2 reds on the puppy lights.
100 above.
Check.
Minimum.
Continue.
500.
Adjusting for glide.
400.
Land.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Spoilers. Reverser green. Reversers green, sorry. And I'm decelerating. 70 knots. Manual braking. Alright. So that's a good landing. I'll believe that. I'm gonna roll out to the end of the runway and go back to the terminals. Do some cleanup here. Flaps are tracked. believe I floated farther than I would like. But bro, that's fine. So turning around. Yikes, this rudder's overdid that. Okay. APU on. Landing lights off. Strobes will be off later. Actually, I can turn off my TCAS now. Turn on my APU. Okay, there's a that's a terminal. Welcome to Iloilo. Landed safely. That's a good sign. Turn on those anti-skid and fans, I believe. Iloilo traffic, Cebu 616 has vacated runway 20. Iloilo. Taxiing to gates. There's an all Nippon aircraft here for some reason. Let me take the other gate. Is there another gate? Oh yeah, there is. Throttle off. Total flight time 56 minutes. That's good. Ooh, these taxiway markings are pretty whack. Burado siya, dudes. Oh, there we go. I do replay shortly, and that was a good flight, a good chill flight for me. I like that. The response on my rudders are just awful tonight. There you go. Strobes off. So we're parked. Parking brake set. Turning off engine master 2. Turning off engine master 1. Okay, so we're good. Let's turn on external power if it is available, which it's not. Let's leave the APU on and let's turn off the fuel pumps. Alright, so we're good, and you know, that's it, you know, for this flight, guys. You know, thank you so much. I could turn off the seatbelt signs, turn off taxi lights, and turn off our runway turn lights. Strobes are off, wing lights off. Alright, guys, so we're here in Iloilo. Thank you so much for joining me on this flight. I mean, I enjoyed that. It's a pretty chill flight, and you know, we can do you know, reviews now. So let's do that. All right. So what's that? Oh, my beacon. Beacon's still on. So we arrived safely in Iloilo, guys. It was a quick 56-minute flight, if I remember my chrono correctly. We are now, at one of the gates. AutoGate is not connecting for some reason, but let's just pretend that it has successfully connected. Well, let's do a replay of that landing that we did. So let me give you guys a good view of that by selecting the proper replay. All right. So here we are. Runway 20. We kind of needed to adjust for glide there. The approach itself was pretty stable, so I'm okay with that. So you don't need to correct much as far as like the lateral movement of the plane would go. I do think that I floated quite a bit, farther than what I would like. Pero okay na yun, dudes. Naka-piece of fare tayo ngayon. Ay mareklamo. So here we are. Let's fast forward out a little bit. So at some point, my poppy lights show 3 whites and 1 red, which means I'm high on this approach. Corrected that, but I think it becomes super sensitive towards the end anyway. So let's look at it. Did I bounce? I think I even bounced. I don't know. The landing meter said that it was actually a good landing. So there's the flare. Cut the throttle. No, it's pretty good. Good landing. I like that. That's okay. Here goes the nose wheel. Reversers. Spoilers. That's pretty okay. I like that. Diba? Alright. Let's do another angle here. Let's look at it from tower view. There's incoming aircraft. This is your view if you're the air traffic controller from Iloilo Airport. There is Cebu Pacific 616, which is our flight. There's the flare. Cut the throttle. There we go. There's the kiss. There goes the nose wheel. Pretty routine. Reversers engaged. Spoilers are up. Decelerating at that point at medium auto brakes. We'll make it towards the end of the runway. Another thing I wanted to see is yung under. Let's see if I can do that. Exterior, and let's look at the under part. Here's the landing. Touchdown zone landing. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy about this. The kiss. Nose wheel goes down. And pretty good. And if you are landing as a passenger, this is what you will see. Here we go. Should be a pretty smooth enough landing for all y'alls. Kiss. It says good landing at 196 feet per minute, which is pretty good. I like that. And that would do it for tonight, guys. On behalf of all the flight streamers, the small flight sim community in the Philippines, and me personally, I was your captain, your host. My name is Mike. I will see you again on our next stream. I will be jumping back in the cockpit of an A-10 Warthog and or an F-18 Hornet on our next flight. We are going to be going back to the Persian Gulf for deployment. Thank you so much for consuming flight sim content. Thank you so much, for joining me on this short stream tonight. And I will see all of y'all's next stream. Drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated. It's hot out there. I will see you soon. Thank you so much. This is Flight Sim. Mike Villar signing out.